Jessica, and today I have my favorites from the entire year of 2014. I'm going to split this into 3 different sections. Today's section will be my favorite face products. So let's go ahead and dig right in. The foundation that I went back to over and over and over and over again this year would have to be my Revlon Color Stay Whipped. And I have it in the shade 150 Buff, and what I love about it is it doesn't have SPF because the moisturizer I use each day has SPF in it anyway. So when I'm doubling up, I just feel like it dries my skin out just a little bit more, and when I don't really need it since I've already got it. So I like that this doesn't have it, and I don't like that it's in a jar because it's just bad for the ingredients. It's really not necessarily the most clean application or form of packaging, but regardless, it is such an amazing product. I'm wearing it today. I'm probably going to wear this on my wedding because it doesn't have SPF, so it'll photograph well, but it's just such a flawless finish. And I find that when I apply it and I look in the mirror halfway through the day or at the end of the day, I still feel like I look really, really nice, that my skin looks really nice. It doesn't necessarily, I don't think it brings out dry patches, but I also don't think it looks too dewy. I think it's kind of right in between, and that is what I love about this product. And I like the regular Revlon Color Stay too, but I just like this one better. I don't really know why, I just think it looks a little bit more satiny and more beautiful. My next face favorite is a powder, and it is the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder, and you can see that I hit pan on this like 1,000 years ago. I've bought like 80 of these, and this one is actually a lot darker than my skin tone. Well, not that much darker, but it's in the shade 004 Sandstorm. And I used to get the transparent kind, and I think I still own one. But I started getting one that's a little darker because I noticed that it really warmed up my face. Not in a way that was super obvious, but in a way that it just kind of made it look a little more alive, since I'm pretty much this fair-skinned all year round. So that's what I liked about it. And this, it's like $3.99, especially if you've got coupons, and it's just an amazing powder. It doesn't make you look too dry or matte, but it does get rid of just that little bit of shine. So if you find that you're really oily in your T-zone and not really anywhere else, this is perfect. I'll usually just take it. I won't put it on my cheeks because I don't really need it there. I'll usually just dust it on my T-zone and call it a day, and it just seems to give the exact amount of dewiness that I want because I don't want to look completely matte. You guys know what I mean, so I love it. And seriously, if you haven't tried this yet, go buy it and try it. It's like $3 if you find a good coupon and if you go to like Walmart. Oh my gosh, it is amazing. For blush, I had 2 favorites, and I could not decide between them 2, and I justified having 2 because one is a cream and one is a powder, and one is drugstore and the other is not. So there we go. The first one that I love is the NYX Cream Blush in Boho Chic. It's just this gorgeous, light, pale pink. And if you've got fair skin like I do, it absolutely illuminates your cheeks. You don't need a highlight with it. It almost gives this, I don't want to say wet look, and I guess it is dewy, but it's like unlike anything I've ever tried, unlike any cream blush I've ever tried. Even in the same line, I haven't found one that's the same sheen as this, the same look. It's so amazing. I can't believe I haven't hit pan on this yet. I love to apply it with my Real Technique stipple brush and just stipple it onto the cheeks right here, and then just get a little bit back into if I contoured that day. It's just so, so, so beautiful. This is another one that I might be wearing at my wedding. We'll see. I might need something on top of it because this doesn't necessarily last all day. So that's the other downside, but if you know you're going to be able to reapply, then it's absolutely stunning. The other blush that I loved this year, and it's a MAC one, and it's called Full of Joy, and it's one of their frost blushes. And this one is, again, you'll notice a trend because I'm fair, these are all really light, but this one is this almost lilac or lavender colored pink. And what I love about it is that it again gives this like almost frosty look to your cheeks where you don't need a highlight. These are both great for travel because you don't have to bring a highlight, so you know that you can trust that these will give you that kind of glowy look without having to travel with another separate product. But this one is one of my favorites because it does stay all day, and the color is unlike anything I've ever found, even in the drugstore. Isn't that just beautiful? I love it so, so much. Yeah, you can't really see it in the swatch. If I were to recommend one MAC product, it would honestly, or at least maybe one MAC blush, it would be Full of Joy because I love it. And they sell these at CCOs or cosmetic company outlets. If you have an outlet mall near you, you might have that store there, and they usually have Full of Joy in stock there, so certainly worth it, and it's a little bit cheaper there. The next face product that I loved is a bronzer, and this one is really expensive. And I also got it recently, but I literally have used it every single day. I can't stop using it, and I'm like, it would be dumb of me to even include another bronzer because, and I shouldn't say bronzer really because it really is a contour powder because I don't really bronze up my face. So contour powder would be the Kevyn Aucoin Sculpting Powder in medium. Yes, it's pricey. And you guys know I'm not made of money, but this is like, it's unlike anything I've ever used. Every time, I didn't use it today, I wish I had, duh, if I had thought that through. Anyway, but it is the most amazing gray toned powder. And I want to find a drugstore dupe for this. If you know of one, please let me know down below because I would love to be able to A, recommend to you guys a cheaper version, and B, if I find one that matches, that way I don't have to buy this again when I inevitably run out, because I will, because I'm using it like crazy. Every time I've traveled since I've owned this has been what I bring every time, no questions asked. Like, it is everything. And it works well, like I said, if you're fair, it will bronze up your face as well, but it's best as a contour. My favorite highlight. This was hard too because I have a lot of favorites, and this one's a MAC product. I'm trying to do a good mix of high-end and drugstore, and I think I've done a good job because really my makeup collection really is probably half high-end, half drugstore, so it is a good mix. This is MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Soft and Gentle. Now, everyone talks about this, which is why I almost hesitated talking about it, but then I thought, no, that's silly, because for this product in particular, there's a reason everyone talks about it. It is stunning. And what I like about it is even though it is insanely shimmery, when you apply it to the cheeks with a brush, any brush, it never looks like a complete disco ball. And of course, yes, you can get too heavy-handed and it could look crazy, but I'm wearing it today. It never looks crazy like with the Balm's Mary Luminizer. That one can get crazy fast. Like with a light hand, that can look insane. But this one, even though it's crazy shimmery, it always looks gorgeous on the skin. You look like such a professional when you use this. This is another one that I will most likely use on my wedding day. The last product I'm going to talk about for face, even though it is a face product, but I usually only use it around my eyes, is a concealer. And this is a drugstore one, and it is the Maybelline Dream Lumi Concealer. And I always get it in the shade Radiant, which is like the brightening shade. It's kind of got a pink tone. I don't love the applicator. It's a brush tip, and you squeeze it, and then you apply it. And it does have almost a salmon tone to it. What is amazing to this, I like the shade of it, and it works well with my particular skin tone, but what I like most about it is that you don't need a brush. You can just go choop, 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 and it like melts into the skin, and you're done. It is unbelievable. You can use a brush, you can use your fingers, you can use a beauty blender. No matter how you apply it, it looks unbelievable. And I don't know what this is made of, but it is amazing. I have the NARS one. This is better. I have MAC Pro Longwear, which I love, but this is better, and it's different, really. But it's just, I love it so much. Again, this is another one that's like $6 or $7, depending on where you get it. Certainly worth the money. Find a coupon. It is amazing. This is like the 5th one I've bought because they run out kind of quickly. Also, I use it all the time. I love it. So those are all my face makeup favorites for the year of 2014. If you're interested in seeing my other favorites for the year, please check below for links if they're already uploaded, and if not, just subscribe and stay tuned because they will be soon. And I'll catch you guys very soon. Bye. So my very first resolution is that I need to budget my money like for real. I used to be pretty good at it. I use an app called Mint, mint.com. It's free. And you can kind of budget, and you can connect to your bank account, and it'll tell you like, okay, you're allotting yourself this much money to budget for gas and this much money for food and etc. And it'll tell you, it'll take the payments that you're making on your card, and it'll kind of categorize them itself, and it's pretty accurate. And it'll say, whoa, you're over